Ladies and gentlemen, Daily Mail, Stormy Daniels' lawyer Michael Avenatti is 90 to 95% sure he's running in 2020, says Hillary Clinton's super PAC founder who's backing him. This is a Daily Mail article. Imagine if the tables were turned and a Donald Trump super PAC was assisting or backing or helping the lawyer for a person accusing a Democrat of anything to become president. Imagine if the tables were turned. Ready for Hillary founder announces he will absolutely support Avenatti in Dem primary. Free Beacon, that's the Washington Free Beacon. Washington Examiner, Hillary Clinton's most loyal aide now wants Michael Avenatti in 2020. So you have a Ready for Hillary super PAC founder. In addition to all the other, there's Politico articles talking about how Michael Avenatti, the lawyer for Stormy Daniels, is building a political machine. You could just type in all of this, and in 2 seconds you get Politico. Michael Avenatti is winning the Democratic primary. Okay? And he's quietly building a machine with the help of a group of veteran Democratic advisors. The attorney for Stormy Daniels is deep into presidential campaign planning. Gee, you think this might have trickled down or filtered through into influencing Stormy? She had initially stated that the affair never took place. Okay, so let's just assume that that it did take place. Michael Cohen lied to Congress then, stated that, well, it was just his. Actually, he told the truth when he was lying to Congress. Well, he told the truth about it being not a campaign finance violation. So he was actually stating something that was accurate. But in this world, oftentimes the truth is viewed by a great many of the morally superior among us as blasphemy. So when Michael Cohen was telling Congress that he did not do anything, when he did not pay Stormy from campaign funds, it's true. He didn't. He set up a shell corporation. It wasn't campaign funding. The DNC and the Clinton campaign were both fined for the Steele dossier, which was purchased by campaign funding. And as they were railroading Bernie Sanders, they took $200 million from Bernie Sanders supporters under the belief, just because people were duped into believing it was a fair and neutral primary. Okay? And I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post at that time. I was the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. I want record low poverty, which is what we had under Trump in 2019. Fact. We had record low, that's according to CNN. You can look at the St. Louis Fed and all the economic data shows. We had record highs in household median income under Trump in 2019. Record low in poverty. We had the Doha Agreement, Abraham Accords, first president to step foot in North Korea. Trump allocated more funding to historically black colleges and universities than any president ever, made the funding permanent. So what is it about Trump that Democrats despise so much? Well, he defeated Clinton. Now, and I think that Hillary will be the 24 nominee. I think that nothing's going to stop Clinton from becoming the 24 nominee. And if she gets Georgia and Arizona Republican parties will determine the future of this country. Really. I mean, it's 90 seconds to midnight now, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Our foreign policy is a catastrophe. Economic policy, we have inflation through the roof. You could try to blame Trump on his last year in office. Wasn't his fault. He said this, he said that. So did every Democratic governor, especially like New York's governor, Pelosi. They were all saying the same thing. Okay, you're wrong, Dr. Rand. He was saying the same thing as Trump initially. And it's all there. It's public record. And so it's not Trump's fault when Democrats gleefully tanked the economy, caused inflation, because they shut down economic activity. And now we have a new normal in terms of inflation, 6 to 8%. Real wages are down. Real wages were up under Trump. Hit subscribe to this channel. I was going to do a live stream. I will try my best to do one tomorrow evening. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's like I will be doing some really important live streams this month. But, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully some wonderful collaborations. So, I'm reaching out to some really amazing people. And we'll do some interviews, and it'll be fun. I'll spice up the channel. I need to do that. I think if we do that, and we can get to 250,000, 300,000 subs, and it'll be absolutely fantastic. And then I can, eventually grow the 2 other channels I have here. But, ladies and gentlemen, Patreon is below if you want to support my work long term. Super thanks is below next to the like and the share buttons. You have Michael Avenatti working with a whole bunch of Democratic operatives, lawyers, public relations executives, political advisors. Okay, now Stormy Daniels is the central individual in trying to go after Trump for something that wasn't a crime. Okay, this has nothing to do with the rule of law. Even Democrats understand this. That's why, the rebuttal or the response from Democrats has been, well, gee, isn't it interesting that they went after Trump for this and not all the other criminal activity? It's like, well, he didn't commit tax fraud. He didn't do it. That was Michael Cohen, actually. He didn't do all of these things. He wasn't an operative of the Kremlin. He didn't pressure anyone in Georgia to actually commit a crime. All right? They take his personality, they criminalize his personality. They've infused their sensibilities into what they believe is the rule of law. And so you get this apoplectic response to everything Trump does and says. They ignore the great economy and the great foreign policy we had under Trump. It was a much better foreign policy. We didn't have the invasion we had in Europe. And then they spin that into, could you imagine if we had that invasion with Trump? Yeah, exactly. It didn't happen under Trump. Gee, I wonder why. A country that, by the way, Hunter is linked to, and if you want to talk about criminality, there's rampant criminality with Hunter and Hillary. James Comey himself stated, there were laws broken, but no reasonable prosecutor would indict. You can watch the short on this channel. It's his words. He stated there was classified data, special access program intelligence, top secret intel on her servers. It is impossible to acquire that data legally on secret, at one point unencrypted servers outside the U.S. government. It is not, from a cyber perspective, even possible. It's completely illegal, and it's not possible at all to do. Nobody is going to be able to get an email from an intel agency on a server that they just have connected to their home. It's not happening, but it did with Clinton, and the laws were broken, but no reasonable prosecutor would indict. Here you have a really bizarre situation where the DA for Manhattan made a campaign promise, tried to tie 2 different laws, and I explained that today in the segments prior to this one, and the attorney for Stormy was running for president as a Democrat and had Hillary Clinton people all around, probably not just Avenatti, but also Stormy Daniels. So on the witness stand, they will ask, well, who told you to tell Trump, or who told you to wait until October, and then just, how did you come to this decision? Did anyone linked to Clinton or the Democratic Party, influence you to wait until October of 2016? And then it's, did you know that Michael Avenatti that your attorney was running for president as a Democrat? Did that influence your decision in any way? Did you meet anybody that Michael Avenatti was speaking to? So on the witness stand, she's going to have to explain a lot of things and explain why she's linked directly to this she's linked indirectly to the super PAC, Hillary Clinton's super PAC, through her former attorney. And then she'll explain why she, through her attorney, denied the whole thing. And then Michael Cohen, who is a convicted felon and liar, also, he lied to Congress. So these people are so corrupt. They're such liars, and they're the greatest narcissists. You look at Trump, anyone who calls Trump a narcissist is either ignorant or being disingenuous. Because the people after Trump who are trying to destroy him, utilizing state and federal government, are the greatest narcissists on the planet. You might not like Trump's personality. He might have a big ego. but he's not actually, I think he's done great things as a president. So, but he's not this. If you think he's this narcissist and all that, the people after him routinely destroy individuals utilizing bureaucracy. And that type of human being, the person who hides behind a desk and tries to crush an adversary, is a very despicable and vile person. Infinitely more than the character of Trump that they've created. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel.